so happy that I get to do this for you guys. Um, so yes, so a little bit about kind of how I started. I have a couple graphics to kind of share that'll kind of be my talking points here. So I'm going to go ahead and share um, the graphics here. So you should see a picture of two cute, adorable little boys with Y up in the top left corner. So my fitness with journey really, or my fitness journey really started when my oldest son on the left there was born. So he's now 9.5 years old, and I was very active up until up until I delivered him. In fact, the day I went into labor, I had worked out that morning. And fitness has always been a part of my husband and I's life. Um, and so I knew once I had kids that it was going to look really different. My plan was to be a stay-at-home mom. And so I knew I wouldn't have that luxury of getting up and going to 5:30 classes or just going and working out whenever worked best for my schedule. And so that's kind of when everything started. So I now have two boys. So my oldest on the left there is Lucas, and he's 9.5. And then my youngest son, Oliver, is 7. Um, and so almost right away after my son was born, I got certified as a group fitness instructor, and I started teaching classes at the community center here in Waconia. And then when my 2-year-old, or then 2 years later, when my other son was born, I got certified as a personal trainer. And so I started teaching fitness classes there at the community center. And then I also started teaching classes on my own for moms, and they could bring their young kids. So I didn't want to have the fact, I didn't want to have the fact that they were parents be an excuse as to why they couldn't have an active lifestyle. So I wanted their kids to be the reason that they were active. And so I started doing classes, and it just kind of grew as my kids grew. So it started out as like a stroller fit class. And so we would do workouts with our kids in the strollers. And then as my kids got out of that stroller stage, then we were at the freshwater church here in town. And so we would work out, and the kids would just be running around us like crazy. And then as my kids got to be, kind of school age or preschool age, that class kind of, fizzled out. And so I was still teaching at Safari Island, still doing personal training. And then kind of enter the pandemic. It's kind of when everything really shifted for me. And so I have another slide here to share. So what you'll see is a picture of my house, which is very clean in these pictures and how I typically like to keep it. So I was still kind of teaching. I kind of had one foot in the door at Safari Island and one foot outside, and I was starting to kind of go out on my own. And so it was the pandemic, and so I started doing virtual training. So that's why you see a picture of a laptop. And then I also started doing training out of my basement. And so that's essentially when Shred with Shannon was created. And so I got certified, or not certified, I became an official LLC in probably March of 2021. So coming up on 2 years here. And in the summer of 2021, I started doing outdoor classes, and it was just 2 mornings a week. So I started doing outdoor classes, and I was going to do them behind what is now Mystic Fortress, just here in downtown Waconia. So just that back, just right behind the building, right next to the alley. So we had classes there for about a week. And another opportunity came my way to partner with the Hive here in downtown Waconia. So the Hive it's essentially a one-stop shop for mind, body, and soul wellness. And so I would provide the body piece of the wellness puzzle. And so a week later, I moved I moved my classes over to their building. And in the fall of 2021 is when the studio officially opened. And that's where, to this day, where I have classes. So I still will kind of dabble a little bit in virtual training. And I also have traveled to people's houses to do personal training. But for the most part, everything is done here in the studio. So got another graphic here to show you. So I'm kind of going just through the who, the what, the when, the where, the how, the why, etc. So here is a picture of my studio. It looks a little different than probably what you've seen, Camille. We've done a lot of work and a lot of renovating on it to make it a little bigger. But yes, this is my little studio. So the who. So who do I serve? I serve everybody. So kind of my tagline is fitness for everybody and everybody. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter your walk of life. It doesn't matter the size of your body. It doesn't matter the injuries that you've had in the past or that you currently have. There is fitness for you wherever you're at. And so I really pride myself on offering classes and providing fitness to people from all walks of life. So we have young people, we have older people, we have, we just started, which you'll see in a later graphic, we just started offering men's fitness classes coming here in April. So we are also a judgment-free zone, and we don't believe in diet. We're not a diet culture. So there's no one is selling supplements. No one is selling, shake mixes or anything like that. So we just believe in fitness as fitness is a lifestyle. So it's not something you start when you're trying to get in shape for a vacation or when you're trying to, get ready for a party or anything like that. It's a lifestyle. It's a way of life. And, it's a bumpy road. There's going to be, you could be smooth sailing, things are going great, and then life happens, or, an injury happens, something happens, and then we're kind of on an uphill climb. But it's always something that we come back to because it's a way of life. It's a lifestyle for us. And so I really have started to kind of adopt just using the word movement. So, even if it's, you come in for your personal training session or you come in for a class and you're just not feeling it. Maybe you're getting over a cold, or maybe you're recovering from an injury and you're still feeling a little sore, whatever it is. As long as you're moving your body, that's what's important for me. And I will have people in my class that could be doing 5 different things because they are modifying. Their body doesn't like the exercise that I am providing, so they do something different. And I absolutely love that because it is your body, and I need you to listen to your body so that you can make the workout work for you. Okay, it doesn't need to work for me. I'm simply there to guide you and provide you with options. And so I really just have been stressing just movement, whatever that looks like. Maybe it's stretching, maybe it's walking, maybe it's weightlifting, whatever that looks like for you, it's just movement. So then our next slide is what. So what kind of classes do we do? So kind of as Camille said, making fitness fun, not something that's like, oh, I have to go and work out. Something that you look forward to doing and is enjoyable for you. So what you'll see in the picture in the top left, that's kind of the parking lot between the food shelf and the hive, which is where you'll find us in the summer months. And then the bottom left corner is, that was our summer shred camp class. So we rented paddle boards and or kayaks, and we paddled out to Coney Island, We got off on the island and we did just a little workout on the island and then paddled back. So this picture was probably our biggest class, and it was a load of fun. So we will definitely be continuing that in summer 2023. So then the top right corner is I'm in the far right, and then one of our yoga instructors is in the on the left side, and we got certified in aerial yoga. So another thing that we offer is we do stuff with aerial hammocks. So aerial hammocks are think of kind of like a trapeze artist. So really bad. We don't do anything too crazy, but we do aerial yoga. So it can be a way to enhance your yoga practice or to make it easier. And so what's nice about those hammocks is that they can hold up to 1,000 pounds. And so it is a way for someone to just feel weightless and to feel supported and safe. So that is something that we provide as well. And then the picture in the bottom right corner that was our fall fitness on the farm class. So a lady that was attending one of my classes, she just approached me. She lives out on a farm in Mayer. And she said, you should come out to my farm and do a class. And I was like, let's do it. And so this was part of our warm up, is we walked up the driveway, we picked a pumpkin, walked back down, did a workout, and we used all parts of her, or like all equipment, so we did hay bales, we had wheelbarrows filled with all sorts of fun stuff. And then they got to take the pumpkin home. So that's just kind of just a really quick snapshot of just kind of the different things that we do here. It's not just you come in, you lift weights, you do cardio. We make it fun. Other types of classes that we offer are kickboxing, yoga, and dance classes, and just a couple, other strength classes tossed in there as well. So this is our latest thing. Coming soon, we will have men's workout classes. So my husband is a jiu-jitsu instructor, and he's been weightlifting for probably the past 20 years. And I swear he knows more than I do. And so he's going to be providing men's only fitness classes. And again, it's going to be open to all levels. And so being that we are a smaller studio, we typically, a lot of our classes are set up as stations. And so, you're at one station with one piece of equipment, someone else is at another station with another piece of equipment. So your time at that station is essentially yours to work as hard or as little as you want. And so that's how the men's class will be set up as well. So you're not doing the same thing as a person next to you. Everyone's kind of doing their own thing, which kind of makes it a really unique experience for someone that's wanting to come in and it might be a little nervous and might, be comparing themselves to the person next to them. There's not a whole lot of that because everyone is doing something different and everyone is working at different fitness levels. So those will be available in April on Tuesdays and Thursday mornings at 8:15 a.m. And in the summer, hopefully in May, depending on the weather, we'll start early morning classes. So stay tuned for those. So here's just a quick kind of a glance. I know it's really small, but here's just our calendar for the month of March. So every month I will print out a calendar and it's available to take, but for the most part, the classes will stay the same. So Mondays and Wednesday mornings, we have dance fitness, and Tuesday and Thursday mornings, we have our box and shred. So we just combine boxing and strength training. But this is just kind of a month here at Shred with Shannon. So we do have, so when I print out the calendars, on one side is classes for men and women, and then on the other side is classes for kids. So I'll go ahead and share that here real quick. So here is our kids calendar. So we offer aerial play. So that's where any kiddos can come in and just play in those aerial hammocks. And it's a great It's a great chance for them just to get their wiggles out, and it's a great experience for anyone that has any sensory issues, for anyone that has autism, or anything like that. That they feel like they're being wrapped up in a big blanket, and they just feel so secure. So this is a great experience for them as well. So we have that on Sundays and Wednesdays. And then Mondays after school, my husband and I started doing a junior boxing class. So that's just where we do kickboxing and just kind of some strength training and conditioning for kiddos. And then through the Waconia Community Education, we offer dance classes for kiddos and then kids yoga. So that's kind of what you see in the smaller writing, is just when those sessions start and when you need to register by. So those are our calendars for the month. And we just came out with summer classes. So it's kind of already crazy to think that we're thinking of coming out with summer stuff already. So moving on to the next slide here. So as I mentioned earlier, kind of my tagline is fitness for everybody and everybody. And I really have enjoyed embodying that and bringing people into my studio that are all different sizes, have all different abilities, have past injuries, that have maybe thought, I can't do this because of this, or I can't do that because of this. So it's just really kind of changing that narrative to, I can do something. I can do something with where my body is at and where I'm at in my walk of life. And there is something for me. And so that's what I love to do, is to help you find what that looks like for you.